Hello, everyone. Space Yabba here, and welcome. It turns out that SpaceX successfully launches 52 more Starlink satellites into orbit. The liftoff was pushed back to 10:14 p.m. on Tuesday night from the Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center. So the whole mission, SpaceX Starlink, is the constellation of network satellites aimed to provide internet services to those who are not yet connected and to provide reliable and affordable internet across the globe. What are you about to see and witness is the highlights of that launch on Tuesday night. This actually marks the 135th landing of the Orbital class rocket. This launch also marks the 54th mission for the Starlink internet constellation from the Space Center, marking more than 3,000 satellites launched since the first flight started in 2019. What are you about to witness is the launch of the Falcon 9 rocket, and then you're going to witness the first stage, which will separate and make its way back into the Earth's atmosphere and make a landing on the drone ship stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. Falcon 9 is the world's first orbital class reusable rocket, according to SpaceX. The reusable factor. This allows the company to refly the most expensive parts of the rocket, which in turn drives down the cost of space. Without further ado, here are the highlights of the launch that happened on Tuesday night at 10:14 p.m.
Of the launch vehicle and the payload, and then that culminated with the start of the automatic sequencer at T-minus 35 minutes. And SpaceX is now chilling down the strongback, the transfer lines on the strongback structure that load liquid oxygen into stage 2. That liquid oxygen actually runs up the length of the height of that strongback and across some lines into stage 2 to load that tank. And those lines are now being thermally conditioned for liquid oxygen loading, which will begin at about T-minus 16 minutes. Everything looking very good for launch tonight of the Falcon 9 from the Kennedy Space Center.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 carrying 52 Starlink satellites. And the Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. Plus 30 seconds.
Nominal avionics power and telemetry.
SpaceX reporting a nominal flight so far. Falcon 9 is climbing away. T plus 1 minute. Falcon 9 will be approaching its point.
Supersonic.
And some incredible smoke rings there as the Falcon 9 passed through the point of maximum dynamic pressure.
Max Q.
Falcon 9 is proceeding downrange under the power of its 9 Merlin first stage engines. 90 seconds into flight.
Start of MVAC chill.
Falcon trajectory nominal.
Everything going smoothly so far with tonight's launch of the Falcon 9. Now 2 minutes into flight. Falcon 9 is already at 35 kilometers altitude. We'll be approaching cutoff of the first stage and separation and ignition of the second stage. There we have cutoff.
Main engine cut off.
Stage separation confirmed.
SpaceX confirming a clean separation of the
ignition.
stages. Ignition of the second stage engine. On the left side of your screen, you're seeing a view from the first stage as it begins to prepare for its return to a landing on the drone ship. And on the right side of the screen,
Both stages are on nominal trajectories.
on the right side of the screen, we're seeing the second stage engine.
Involving 3 of the 9 engines on stage 1 to slow down for its
Stage 1
plunge
engine burn
deeper
shutdown.
into the atmosphere. You can see the speed dial, kilometers per hour, decreasing during this entry burn, and there's entry burn cutoff at an altitude
Stage
of
1
35
trajectory normal.
kilometers. Stage 2 approaching 18,000 kilometers per hour, nearing the end of its burn to place these satellites into orbit.
Stage 2 AFTS is saved. Stage 1 transonic. Stage 2 terminal guidance.
See that center engine
Stage 1 landing
firing
deploy.
to slow down the rocket for landing on the right-hand side of you from the drone ship as that
Stage 1
glow
landing
approaches from stage 1.
And vac engine cut off.
confirmed. Nominal deploy orbit.
Acquisition of signal, New Finland. Expected loss of signal, Cape.
And we did see that landing of the first stage, completing its 3rd flight to space. And we've heard confirmation of SECO 1, 2nd stage engine cutoff. So these 52 Starlink satellites have arrived in orbit. Still about 6 minutes to go until those satellites actually separate and begin their missions providing broadband internet service. So a great start to tonight's flight, Starlink 4-26.